Some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Baylor Bears, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. And he'll bring it back. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. So Baylor's offense comes onto the field first today. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right. David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These
breaks into the open. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
They'll leave it with him. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Off the play fake. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Yeah, because it freezes those linebackers. It freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run. And then the big tight ends, big targets on the back end can catch the football and make big plays.
Looking to pass. It's Robertson. Throws to the wideout. They needed a big play, and they got it, and the foot down for the first down.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Off the play fake on first down. Makes the grab. It's Cameron. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And for a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion. Nice catch.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. He wants to throw it again. Here comes the heat. I'm running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Well, you just sort of felt like this defense had to do something to get this quarterback out of the rhythm, right? He's been picking them apart all drive long, and finally they come up with a sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third down, he drops the throw. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
And I'm really impressed with this start by this defense. Like getting to the quarterback early and often. First drive, already have 2 sacks. That's a good sign for this defense.
And the Bears send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And that is just about a perfect punt as he pins them deep inside the 10-yard line. The Bulldogs offense will get the ball for the first time. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off the defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
There he is. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain. And those hairy dogs taking a bite out of another first down.
You don't usually find Georgia teams that complicate things. They know who they are, and it starts with running the football, establishing the line of scrimmage. That's what the Dogs do.
They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. Back to pass, it's Stockton. Finds his tight end. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Now, last year, there were long stretches in which the Georgia offense hardly looked like a well-oiled machine. Now the quarterback's transferred, new full-time starter in there. I think it's fair to say, David, that the Dogs need more from the quarterback position this season.
They do need more, but I tell you what, they didn't help him the whole spot around, right? The offensive line, running backs, receivers, it was kind of below average for every position, but the quarterback is the tone setter, the captain, and having a guy like Gunner at the helm, man, this is a dude they all trust, they all respect, and I expect this offense to bounce back in a big way.
You want to give this guy a chance to get some yards after the catch, but there was nothing there.
Yeah, give the defense credit. You saw their speed rallying to the football on the perimeter.
So now it's second and long. Wants to go up top. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Makes that one pay off, and then finally getting down at the 38, it'll be first down. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Invite that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch. Make the run. Get the first down.
Motion from the wideout. Off play action on first down. Got his man downfield. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 for the first down.
That's an absolute strike right there. Giving me some Stetson Bennett vibes, some Aaron Murray vibes, even Matthew Stafford with the arm talent on that throw. I'll tell you, they can attack any spot of the field in the passing game because of this guy's talent.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's dealt. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch. And he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. Setting up the screen. Jukes his way for more.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. But how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
And the Dogs come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. He'll keep it on the sneak. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And David, on third and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
On the move, it's Frazier. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Man, how about that defense? On the snap, they are in the backfield with great penetration. Nowhere to go for the running back. That defense was sitting on G, waiting on O.
Got some work to do after that last play, 2nd and 13. Looking to fire. Get it out to the supersonic guy. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally with the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
They've methodically worked the ball down the field. 11th play of the drive coming up, but this one 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unleashes one deep. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off.
I love the defense's approach on this drive. They didn't panic. They gave up some yards, but what did? They forced a 3rd down, a predictable situation, played great discipline, broke on the football, and forced the big interception.
Lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. To the air, it's Robertson. They're working that left side. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. Fires to the tight end. He'll get it across the 30-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 32 as this offense is trying to do some work.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. He'll pull it on the read. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32. The Dogs are barking and growling and trying to hold him here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Fair catch is made inside his own 20 at the 17-yard line. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. To the air, it's Stockton. Can't hold on, he had him right down the middle and he flat dropped it. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. After the incompletion, they go back up top. And they're not on the same page there. Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. Just keep swinging it. Got it in the middle. It's got. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get it down at the 38. It'll be first down. Always nice to have that security blanket of the tight end.
It's nice to have a tight end that can line up in different areas of the field, too. It's not always going to be in a three-point stance. He can sometimes be in the backfield. You could flex him out into the slot. They might even try to put this guy out at wide receiver in the split end position and see what he can do there, because this guy is a weapon.
Hits him in stride inside the 10. Defense is there to make the stop, and he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. To the air, it's Stockton. Trying to pull his way in. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Dogs!
And this QB starting to do some work, man. The big explosive play in the passing game. You get inside the 10, you're thinking run. Everybody thinking run. You back it up with another pass, another great throw, and quickly this offense gets right to the end zone.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Fielded in the end zone, it's Wilson. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. They're trying to put something, anything together to get that goose egg off the scoreboard down 7-0. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Man, those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Off play action. Got him in. It's Hawkins. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
Yeah, I don't know defensively if you want to keep giving this guy that much cushion, because when he gets the ball in space, he's able to shake all these defenders and turns a 5-yard completion into a first down.
The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on third down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through, and it's really helping out this offense.
He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line.
The big fella in the middle, man, those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
He'll keep it himself. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It doesn't matter what run play you have called, if you're running it inside or outside. If the defense gets penetration, everything's done. And you saw it on that play right there. Great job by the defense.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
You can just start to sense the frustration building for this offense after that incompletion. Right now, setting up fourth down. They haven't yet scored a touchdown. They just can't find a rhythm in this game. Obviously, the defense, the big reason for that, but if this offense wants a chance to win, they have got to start stringing some completions together and get this quarterback in a better rhythm.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
The Dogs have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll go to the ground. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
You just need more from your offensive line. 2nd and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up 3rd down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
To throw, it's Stockton. Finds his big tight end. Gets away from one, finds some space. Right down the gut of the field. Touchdown, Bulldogs! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
And how about the tight end showing off the athletic ability? He does a great job in the blocking game. Now, when we need to make a big play in the passing game, we just turn him loose, throw him the football, and he can make big plays like he did right here.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish with a bang, a 71-yard scoring strike. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Wilson. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. They are in serious need of putting together a scoring drive right here, down 14-0. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Dropping back, it's Robertson. It's caught downfield. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains, they mark it at the 29. Last completion got them a first down. Let's see what they do now. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. They knock him down after he picks up 5 out to the 34.
Well, I know he was struggling to get going early in this game. That right there, though, was easily his best run so far. And this is one of the more talented running backs you're going to see in the entire nation. They need more runs like that to get this offense going if they're going to win this game.
To the air on 2nd down. The sure hands, it's Wilson. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. This dog crowd is off the leash, and they are coming after them, bringing noise on 3rd down. He'll sneak it.
And when you call the quarterback sneak, you're thinking, I'm going to fall forward and get at least a yard. But Palmer, that defensive line got in there, and the QB got nothing.
Well, he's got to do a better job with the snap count, too, and try to catch the defense when they're napping. Right there, everybody was set and ready. And one more of those type plays, and this dude's losing his quarterback sneak privileges.
Punt is in the air. All the way back to the 15. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They've already put a couple of scores up, and they look to add to it on this drive. Rushes on him. Got rid of it just in time.
Quarterbacks need time when they're in the pocket to complete throws. That QB had no shot after taking that hit.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Going to the running game. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles. And those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Back to pass, it's Stockton. Snagged in the middle, it's Thomas. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for me.
Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Delp. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
Right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Delp.
As a tight end, if you're going to be good in the passing game, you've got to be able to feel the windows when defenses play zone coverage. He did a really good job of that right there. He didn't rush. He didn't hurry. He took his time, found the soft spot, and gave his quarterback an easy place to throw the football.
And the Bulldogs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps, everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
The Bulldogs come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Now the play fake. Fires to the wideout. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. From 56 yards out, what a power leg. Never a doubt about that.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Dropping back, it's Robertson. Quick strike complete. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. second and short, maybe looking for a shot. Grab near the marker. It's Prentice. He makes the tackle at the 33 after a pickup of 5.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
On first down, here comes this offense. Looking to throw on first down. Quick completion on the out. He'll go out of bounds right at the 40-yard line as this offense continues to show great patience.
Well, when you're throwing these out routes, guys, it's location, location, location. As a QB, you've got to put that out in front of your guy so he can make the catch. You put that behind him, that might be getting picked. Nice job there by the QB.
Back to pass on second down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Hawkins. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. Wants to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Cameron. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. This would be a prodigious kick from 56 yards out and from the left side. Dead center perfect. That'll close the gap to 14.
And that's a nice end to this first half. Put points on the board, create a little bit of momentum. You're still losing, I know. Go into the locker room, talk about some adjustments, and come out with some momentum.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the offense has done its job. They have the lead, and they'll secure it as we head to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Athens. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas between the hedges in Sanford Stadium.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback, Ben. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
From the gun, the give, looking for room. Turning it on! They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Makes the catch. It's dealt.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
They'll line up for a second down play. The play action fake. Caught over the middle. It's dealt. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Man, we're seeing the tight end used more and more in the passing game. You see him moving inside. You see him moving outside. You see him moving in the box to block people. So here they put him in the slot and just have a nice little pitch and catch session.
And the Dogs are facing 3rd and inches. They'll try to sneak it. No need to get too cute there or overly creative. Just push the ball forward and get the first down.
I completely agree. I hate when people get creative. Just easy money, downhill, run the QB, get the first down.
Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. On the ground, it's Frazier. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Got it behind the line. It's Frazier. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? You've seen him tote the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
Now on first down from the 40. Give to the running back. Sweet cut there. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 for the first down.
Well, it's a really nice job of the offense mixing it up on this drive. We've seen some nice plays throwing it, and how about that one running it too? Great push up front.
The Dogs back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. They'll give it to him again. And the offense went right back to their man, and this time the defense was ready to stop him.
Great job by that defender. I mean, he timed that snap count perfectly, got into the backfield, and created the negative play.
This drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. Back to throw, it's Stockton. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Flicks it out of the air. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up.
I really like this offense staying aggressive. They were in field goal range, but nice job on 3rd down. Forget that. Let's go get the first down. Let's throw the football. Nice read, nice catch. Now set up with a 1st and goal situation.
Now on 1st and goal, let's see what Georgia will do. He'll do it himself. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia!
And this offense showing off a little diversity, right? Like being able to run that option a different way, get a receiver that can catch the ball on the pitch, confuse the defense enough to create enough opportunity for the QB to keep it and punch it in the end zone.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he makes the extra point. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. Let's see what he can do with the return. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. After that one, not quite so backed up as they're up to the 18-yard line.
Nice job there by the QB on the zone read because he's watching the D lineman and he knows he has to keep the football, and then he right away takes it upfield to get some positive yards.
And the Bears with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. That's caught. It's Prentice. Crosses the 30. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time it's a screen throw, and he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Back to throw, it's Robertson. Fires complete on the crosser. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open, quarterback's best friend, and this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. He's showing you his athleticism there.
He's got an open man. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
Well, I know they're losing right now, but they're not going to be losing for long if they keep hitting shots like that. And I love the idea here, taking a shot to your best player on offense. This guy is one of the biggest playmakers in all of college football. Tremendous speed. He locates the ball, makes a catch, and that play gives this offense so much confidence.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the 3rd quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
They'll keep it on the ground. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Those big dogs up front are controlling the game, and they have this running game by the throat.
Yeah, just absolutely dominating up front. And this is what they do. This Georgia defense, their priority every single game, stop the run. Make sure you don't get that part going. That is a non-negotiable for a Georgia defense.
Got it in the middle. It's Hawkins. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there.
And the defense has to be kicking themselves for allowing a first down there. You're just maybe going to give them a few yards and let them set up for a field goal. Instead, you let them move the chains, and now they're knocking on your door, 1st and goal.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking to throw, it's Robertson. Touchdown, Baylor! The offense puts up 6 for that trip to the end zone. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point pulls them closer. It's 24-10.
That makes the score Georgia 24, Baylor 10.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to the ground game on the left. Gets a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26. Facing a 3rd down and short from the 26. Looking to throw at Stockton. Gonna take a shot. He's got it on the sideline. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
It's now 2nd down.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Oh, the offense just not able to come up with that. You knew that was going to be a bang-bang play, right? They're taking a shot into the end zone. That's going to have to be a contested catch on the back end, but he wasn't able to come up with it because of the hit.
Wants to keep it in the air. He'll take another shot here. Touchdown, Dogs! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
I'm going to spread you sideline to sideline with all my speed, make you cover the whole field. Nice job by the offense. Going with a little spread look, taking advantage of the speed they had on the field, and getting the big touchdown.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished things off with a 44-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Rides the back on the option to give. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the 1st half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
And a great job by the defense, seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
Wow, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's 3rd down now. Catch in the middle. It's Cameron. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down.
Brings up.
And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's got it, 1st down and more. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense, not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. The Bears have it with a 1st and 10. Scanning the field, it's Robertson. He's got him. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved him forward just a few.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. They get him down after the scramble, but he's able to pick up a few and turn it into a positive play.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Caught in the backfield. It's Washington. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
3rd down is money down. You got to find a way to execute and get the ball out and get it to your playmakers. That was the opposite of that. They got it to their playmakers, and they got absolutely nowhere. Lost yards on the play. 4th down now upcoming.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield they couldn't hook up. Looking downfield on 1st down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? This is what got this team in this position to win this game. Aggressive offense, taking shots. Here we are in the 4th quarter. They've got the lead. Why stop now?
With the 1st down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Looking for space. It's Frazier. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 30 to the 29. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. To the air. It's Stockton. Flips it out on the screen. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous, if you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
He'll go to the sneak. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
We've seen this a couple times on this drive now, but having a lot of success with the quarterback sneak, and there's something going on up front right now, whether it's just the offensive line getting a better push or he's finding the crease to the right side of the center or to the left side. Whatever he's doing, it's working. The defense has not been able to stop him when they just ride the center and the QB sneaks.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Brings up 2nd down.
Aga trying to make this red zone trip pay off. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
Gain of 3. Brings up 3rd down.
And the Bulldogs come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. They get him down with this offense to set up 1st and goal from the 9.
I think one of the biggest reasons why the scoreboard looks the way it does is this offense has been dominant on 3rd down. They have found a way to stay on the field. They do it again here late, running the ball on 3rd.
Georgia heads to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff to teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. They'll switch it up here and look to throw. Trying to barrel in. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And they take it in for 6 more points.
It's another good decision by the quarterback. You've got to be impressed here. On that one, he finds his tight end. But all game long, whether it's receivers or running backs or tight ends, wherever the best one-on-one matchup has been, he's been able to take advantage of it, and that's why they've been able to score so many points.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So they take advantage of good field position and move it 46 yards. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. Finds his man. It's Cameron. Caught, and he's close to a first down on a nice pickup there. Don't always have to get rid of it quickly if you have that type of protection and enough time for a receiver to run that slow-developing route.
No doubt. He comes across the field. There's going to be a time where he's going to be open. Nice job by the QB seeing it, delivering the strike with the great protection.
Oh, they're after him. They get enough rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20.
And this has been one of those days you want to forget. I mean, you're getting drunk. There's no other way to put it. It's been a bad day. I'm trying to put a drive together here, maybe to just get some kind of momentum, something positive, maybe something in the locker room we can talk about that didn't go wrong.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop them right here. Wants to throw. It's Robertson. A strike downfield. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Hawkins. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? The give to the back. Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to go in this one.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hands to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing, you've got guys swiping at it. You've got to have 2 hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job with ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Paul. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. They'll run play action. Going for it all. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get concerned because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Lining up for the PAT. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Out of the gun to give to the back. Oh, he's got some space. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets him up to the 24.
And that was a pretty good run there for the offense. And listen, I know this game's over, but that's what this offense needs a little bit more. They need a little more balance, a little more easy second down situations with some positive runs on first down. They just need something to get them going, some kind of spark. The ground game might be it in the future.
Caught near the sticks. It's Prentice. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
Pulls it in. It's Prentice. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get two bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
And the Bears will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking for a man, it's Robertson. Quickly to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit, and let's keep going.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. And he'll be tackled, and that'll bring us to the end of the game.